Well, good morning, everyone. Thomas Montgomery. It's a beautiful Monday morning, September 11th, 2023. We get together with our distribution partners and now our clients most weekday mornings at this time to talk about strategies, tips, techniques, share success stories, and support each of you. Today, we're going to talk about financial reporting, briefly, why it's important. Secondly, how we can create it or help clients create it. And thirdly, how you can monetize it. So let's talk about financial reporting. I would suspect that from the business perspective, not the business owner, but from the business perspective, there are two reports that are the most important: the balance sheet and the income statement. Let's talk about each briefly. Now, income statements sometimes are called P&L or profit and loss. So just understand those terms are interchangeable. Balance sheets. What is a balance sheet? A balance sheet shows the assets and liabilities of a business. I'm showing you a very brief example of one here on the shared screen. Hopefully you see that. So balance sheets show assets and liabilities of a business. Income statement / P&L, profit and loss statement, show revenue and expenses of a business. So we're not talking about the business owner, we're talking about the business itself. These reports are important as we're preparing a file for funding, especially if it's business funding. If it's personal funding, then this is irrelevant, but that's not what we typically do. How to create those reports is a question that we sometimes get. To me, and maybe I don't think broadly enough, but to me, it's real simple. Every business should be using some sort of financial accounting software. QuickBooks is what we used I taught QuickBooks as part of my curriculum when as a high school teacher. I taught Accounting 1 and Accounting 2. Accounting 1 was kind of the principles of accounting. Accounting 2 was using QuickBooks. And QuickBooks is the most widely used financial accounting software for small businesses in the world. Are there alternatives to QuickBooks? There are. So I don't have a financial incentive in small businesses using QuickBooks, but if we want to run a business professionally, we want to have a system in place to manage our finances, and we want to be able to generate reports very easily and very quickly, QuickBooks is a good way to go. So I'm speaking to you as branches. So should all of your clients have QuickBooks? Well, I think that's too broad of a statement. I think they do need to run their business like a business, and they could either use some sort of accounting software like QuickBooks, or they could outsource it to a bookkeeper or an accountant. But somewhere, somehow, someone needs to be tracking the numbers of the business, even if it's a brand new startup. I would recommend taking a simple approach and just recommending QuickBooks because it's a good solution. It's widely used. It's what we understand the best. And if you're going to develop some competency, some depth of understanding, it would make sense that you build that around QuickBooks. So there are alternatives, but I would recommend QuickBooks. So at that point, then generating the balance sheet, like we see a very simple example here, or income statements, is very, very simple to do. So there is that point of the discussion. Now, QuickBooks has a great affiliate program. I strongly recommend that each of you sign up to be an affiliate with QuickBooks. I strongly recommend it for two reasons. Number one, you can get paid from it. And number two, you can offer your clients discounts off of QuickBooks. So now they're seeing additional value by working with you as the branch. So you can Google QuickBooks affiliate program. It'll come up with this page. And again, I'm not an affiliate. I don't want to be in conflict of interest with you. So I don't do this because you should be doing this, and I don't make money if you do this. But it will help you have another stream of income and create more value between you as the branch and your clients. Because again, as we just said, clients need to be able to manage their business financials, and generate financial reporting. If they don't have that capability already, then QuickBooks is a good way to go, and you can become an affiliate, and then you can get in the revenue stream, and you can offer discounted pricing to your clients as a value add. So that's my 6-minute intro for today. I want to get feedback from each of you regarding this topic, or in general. Are you having trouble getting financials from your clients? Are there questions about the what, why, who, how that you need to know? But every one of your clients is going to need to be able to produce business financials, even if they're a startup. And that includes the balance sheet and the income statement. If they can produce it already, then it's not broken. You don't need to fix it. If they can't produce it, then you need to help them. And the easiest way to help them is to become an affiliate with QuickBooks, which again, I have no financial interest in. You can become an affiliate, then you'll have a link, and you can provide them your link, and then they can have QuickBooks, and then we can get them the reporting that they need. Now, QuickBooks also has some great training. So if you wanted to become an expert, or at least more proficient in QuickBooks, that's available through QuickBooks or through third party. I'm not even taking it that far. So at the most basic level, I think every one of you today should go sign up as a QuickBooks affiliate, because your clients are going to need QuickBooks. You might as well make money off of it, and you can give your clients a discount. If you want to have, secondly, if you want to have a deeper understanding of QuickBooks and provide more value, you could become certified in QuickBooks and help them furthermore if you want. But the first level, there's just no reason every one of you shouldn't now, after our webinar, get set up, get a link, help your client save money. So who has questions on QuickBooks or financial reporting? Adam says he thinks it's a great idea and makes a lot of sense. Thank you. I appreciate that. And there's no reason why you don't monetize this value proposition. Plus, you're saving them money. They're going to see value by coming through your QuickBooks affiliate. They save money, plus you make money. Pretty damn good combination. So Andrea, Bernard, Brenda, Eric, Veronica, Jeanette, Ken, Kimberly, Pauline, Ron, Sanya, Sylvia, Terrence, Trevor. We have 214 light day. We have 214 of you on today. Let's have a dialogue about this. So type into the Q&A. It's like a chat box of Zoom. Give me your feedback. Give me your thoughts. Give me your questions, because this is the topic today. We need each of you to recognize, if you're running a branch, you need to be able to help your clients create financials. There are two main financials, the balance sheet and the income statement. If they can't produce it automatically, then you need to help them. You need to provide solutions. They either outsource it to you or to an accountant or a bookkeeper, or they can get QuickBooks, link their business bank account, and produce their own reports. So Terry is asking, is there a cost to become an affiliate with QuickBooks? No, I don't believe so. Ken says, as an affiliate, it'd be better to join this program through your business name versus your personal name. Sure, don't disagree. Sarah's asking a little bit about financials for startups. And so, and Sarah brings up a point that we frequently see. A lot of times people will think, hey, I'm a startup business, I don't have financials. Well, that's not a good excuse. Even a business that just started today should be able to produce a balance sheet, because the balance sheet shows assets, things that we own, and liabilities, money that we owe. Now, for credit and funding clients, we provide every enrollment a free portfolio of $10,000 of receivables. Plus, the client should have an open business bank account. So already we've identified that every client, even a brand new one in credit and funding, will have at least two types of assets. Money in the bank, because most banks won't allow you to open a business bank account with $0, plus the $10,000 of receivables, which isn't shown here. I'm just on QuickBooks page. So you can see that the faulty logic that some people will come up with, hey, it's a startup business, I don't have financials, I don't need them, is a bullshit approach. It's one of financial illiteracy, because the balance sheet shows the reader the assets and liabilities of the business. And 100% of the time, I would think your clients will have assets, even if it's a new business. At least $1 in their business bank account, probably more, and then the $10,000 of assets that we're transferring over. Now, they might not have any liabilities, but arguably that's a good thing, right? Because the lender doesn't know if the new business has already borrowed $1 million. And the client might say, well, no, dummy, I haven't borrowed $1 million. If I borrowed $1 million, I wouldn't be talking to you. Well, fine, you know that because you're smart. The client's smart. But the lender doesn't know. That's where we disclose to the lender what are the things that the business owns, what's in the business's name, and what are the obligations, the liabilities of the business. So again, I'm not putting too much on your plate, in my opinion. If you don't want to consult and advise on QuickBooks, you don't have to. I'm not saying that you have to go develop this competency to be a successful branch office. I'm not saying that. It's helpful, but it's not a requirement. I would become a QuickBooks affiliate so you can get paid, because your clients are going to most likely need QuickBooks, and then you can offer them discounted pricing, which they'll see value in. All right. So Terrence says he needs to do a renewal as a pro advisor. Well, Terrence is a CPA, so he's in a different class than most of us. So yeah, I mean, you all could get very deeply involved with QuickBooks if you wanted. So that's one end of the spectrum, and that's fine if you want to do that. I'm not here to make some blanket recommendation of that. I am making a blanket recommendation. I think you each should become an affiliate, because you can offer clients discounted pricing and you can make commissions. Thank you, Terrence. Brenda says she already has an account for her business, as do I, but she'll sign up for the affiliate program. Yeah, that's fine, because it's different being a user. You could have QuickBooks for your own business, but that in no way puts you in the revenue stream for helping other clients or helping clients. And it certainly doesn't allow the clients to get a discount, really like the discounted pricing, so they feel good about it. And QuickBooks, has different pricing, and we can go over here. And I'm not a QuickBooks rep, right? I'm not selling you QuickBooks. I don't make any money from this. I'm just trying to make sure you have the tools in your tool chest to be successful. That's my goal here. But they have different pricing, and you'll get paid off of all of those, but also they have a free 30-day trial. So let's say you have a client that's on a really tight budget. So they come in and they're like, man, let's say they just got signed up by Sylvia. Sylvia, you didn't tell me I needed QuickBooks before I signed up. This is a scam. Well, no, client. Obviously, running a business professionally requires the ability to track your money and generate reports. But no worries, you can get QuickBooks for free for 30 days if need be. So that's the way to alleviate it. But, frankly, if you have a client that's coming to you and they don't have $15 to run their business properly by getting QuickBooks, they're in pretty piss poor position, right? Now, some of you are including their QuickBooks pricing in your price. So let's say instead of charging a $2,000 refundable setup fee, I know some of you are charging $2,500. So that gives you $500 to absorb some costs. So some of you are actually paying for their QuickBooks for them. And that's extra value. So that's up to you, right? This is obviously what we would consider an incidental expense. We don't know if they'll need it or not until they enroll. But if they need QuickBooks or some sort of financial accounting software, we didn't promise to pay for it, obviously. So by default, they would pay for it. They can get a free trial, or if you want to build it into your proposition, you could. All right, so my goal is, well, one of my goals is to make sure that you're coming into this understanding that what you and I do is we help businesses become credible enough to get a minimum of $100,000 of funding. And part of that is running a business like a business and being able to generate financial reports. So no, I don't think you should screen people. Like when you're talking to prospects, I wouldn't bring up, hey, do you have balance sheets and income statements? I think we work with the client once they're on board. But I am trying to clarify to you that once they're onboarded, if they don't have these financials, you need to work with them so they have them. And this is one approach to doing so. What frightens me, what horrifies me, what keeps me up at night, what makes me wake up at 2 a.m, dripping profusely in perspiration, is when I see people try to develop financial statements by hand, or they'll download some Excel spreadsheet. That's horrible. That's horrible. Balance sheets and income statements should be generated with accurate historic data, and using software like QuickBooks. Again, I'm not trying to sell you QuickBooks. I have no financial interest in this whole conversation. I'm just trying to get you prepared. But using software like QuickBooks is the way to go. Creating things from scratch typically won't be accurate. It'll be more time consuming. Because right now, you and I could take any client that has QuickBooks, and literally in 30 seconds, we could get their balance sheet. We'd go to reports. We would go into the QuickBooks. We'd click on reports. We'd click balance sheet. We can alter the date if we need, and then save to PDF. I mean, less than 30 seconds. Going and creating financials by hand is not a good answer. It's usually not going to be accurate. It usually doesn't look good, and it's going to take a lot more time. So I would go pretty strong and recommend that every client is going to need QuickBooks or some sort of accounting software, and or they would have to outsource it, which some do. Some just outsource it all. So they have bookkeepers or accountants that do all of the bookkeeping and accounting and reporting. So that's okay. Who has other questions regarding why QuickBooks matters, why balance sheets are important even for startups? So it's true, if you have a brand new business, the income statement might be completely blank. There might not be a single dollar of income. There might not be a single dollar of expense. I'm with you there. So a startup, a brand new business might in fact have a blank income statement. So you might say, well, Tom, then why do we need it? It's blank. Because the rest of the world doesn't know it's blank. The small business knows what's going on with their business. You might, in fact, know what's going on with their business, but we're trying to prepare a loan package to get business funding. And so to do that, we need to be able to generate reports to show what truth is. So even if it's a brand new business, but we've already talked about the balance sheet probably won't be blank. There probably will be balance sheet information. There probably will be assets, and there may be liabilities. Quickly on, assets, at least the money in their business bank account, which they need. Yeah. So does every business need a business bank account? Absolutely. There's no excuse to not have one. Do they have to have one before they come to you and sign up? Of course not. But is that something that you're going to recommend that they get right away? Absolutely. Absolutely. So once we have money in a business bank account, now we're able to at least say we have some assets. Plus, we transfer over the 10,000 free through the credit and funding. All right. So who has questions, comments, concerns on QuickBooks, balance sheets, income statements, their affiliate program? What do you need to know? What am I missing? What have we not covered? We've identified a pretty easy action step for you to go get set up as a QuickBooks affiliate. You'll have a link. You can offer your clients discounts if you want, and you can get paid. If you don't want to do that, that's okay, but they're still going to need QuickBooks, right? So you can either get paid and they pay, and you don't make money. Well, they're going to get QuickBooks most likely, and either you can get paid or not get paid from that purchase. Makes sense to get paid. Anything else anyone needs to know today? That's our topic. We need financials. We're going to need financials, not step one from each client. It's not necessary to get the client initially set up. We need 4 things. We need the client agreement, client payment, PFS, and soft pull. That's what we need to have a client file. But as we move along in the process, we will be asking you to upload into your Dropbox, your branch Dropbox, the client's financials, balance sheet, and income statement. 99% of the time, it's going to come from QuickBooks. It's rare that it'll come anywhere else. If the client says, oh, I don't have those, then you can give them your link. They can get QuickBooks, and they can either work with you or someone else to get their QuickBooks set up. Questions, comments, concerns? All right. Well, thank you so much. Have a great day. Let us know what we can do to assist you, and we'll see you back tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.